2x4 decoder, right? So in 2x4 decoder, you are going to have two input lines, right? 2x4 decoder, four output lines are there. Like let us take O0, O1, O2 and O3. Let me call them here as I0, I1 and I0. See, this representation is not compulsory as it is, right? So it can be represented based on the truth table. So in the truth table, how you are defining, based on that you can make the representation here also, right? So now tell me how it is behaving. If I am going to give 0, 0 as input, you are going to get the output as O0. Meaning that if I am going to give 0, 0 as input, at the output O0, your circuit is going to get the value 1 and all the locations you are going to get the value 0. Right? Similarly, if you are going to give 0, 1 as input, 0, 1 is input, O1 is going to be selected and its respective things. Right? So if I am going to draw the truth table for this, I1, I0. So the positive values are 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. And respective output lines are O1, O2, O3, O4, or it may be like the general representation O1, O2, O3. Okay, so when you are going to get the high output at O0, when you are going to pass the 0, 0, and for the remaining cases you are going to get zeros. 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. This is the way your 2x4 decoder is going to work. But what about the case for 1x4 demultiplexer? What it is going to do? If I am going to have a demultiplexer of size 1x4, you are going to have 4 output lines, one input line and 2 select lines, S1 and S2. S1 and S1, right? So is it look like kind of 2x4 decoder? Yes or no? How? Can I? Yes, very good. In place of selectors, can I write as I1 and I0? Yes, right? And in place of this I will simply pass the value as 1. Is there any change? Right? If you are able to observe, guys, the 1x4 demux truth table, what you are going to mention? S1, S0, O0, O1, O2, O3. S1, S0 is 0. O0 value is what? 1 or I? I. O0 value is I. And all the remaining 3 are zeros. In place of 0, 1, 0, I, 0, 0. 1, 0, 0, 0, I, 0. In place of 1, 1, you will get as 0, 0, 0, 0, I. So I hope you understood the difference between these two now, right? Means that in place of decoder, if you are going to provide certain input, it is going to produce the high output at the respective location. High output means what? It is going to produce the value 1 at the respective location. Whereas coming to demultiplexer, based on the select lines, it is going to pass the respective input. Not it's like a 0 or 1 or whatever value it may be, right? So that's the reason I am mentioned here as I. I means what? Whatever the input that I am going to pass here, that input will be redirected to the respective location. That's the difference between demultiplexer as well as decoder, right? Meaning that, so if you would like to get a 2x4 decoder, can I get with the help of demux? What you can do? You can simply make the select lines as input lines. Simply take the select lines as input lines, and what about the input? Input I am going to make it as 1, right? That's it, right? So then the 1x4 demux can be worked as 2x4 decoder, as well as like 1/8 demux can be converted to 3/8 decoder also, right? So if you are going to define the O0, what is O0 now? O0 for decoder. What is O0? I1 bar, I0 bar. Similarly, O1, I1 bar, I0. O2 is I1, I0 bar. O3 is I1, I2. Simply you can construct the basic circuits, basic logic gate circuit, right? So you can able to construct it. Okay, with the help of these O1, O2, O3, O4 as the outputs for the given inputs. Okay, fine. So basically, if you are able to observe, all these are what? Various kind of minterms, right? Minterms means they are going to represent in the form of sum of the products, right? So means in decoder also, we can able to represent all possibilities of minterms.